You- Cool. Dan George with Mark Chamberlain. Mark, thank you very much for your time. Just let us know, first of all, how are you doing? How are things in your world?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. It's good to be back. Myself, better than ever. Never been in a better place physically and mentally. Everything's great.
You coming off the back of that fight against Miguel Angel Scaringi. Um, Victory for you after, bouncing back after defeat. Sum up for us how that kind of, that fight was and how you reflect on it.
Yeah, I have watched it back twice now. I mean, it's nothing spectacular to go, wow. I mean, it was more of a fight just to get me back out there, winning ways, and just stay sensible. I didn't even get out of first gear. But I just didn't really have to do a lot and engage myself, if that makes sense. And you can quite see that in the fight. I didn't go through the gears. I didn't have to do a lot. I'm not going to sit there and say, "Oh yeah, I beat him comfortably." Do you know what I mean? I done what I had to do. The plan was to not get no injuries because we knew he was going to be straight back out. I would like to have been out a bit sooner, but there was a bit of a layoff. I did end up getting another little cut, but it was nothing major. And yeah, back to winning ways.
Mm. Tell us how this fight came about. Jack Rafferty, I have actually just spoken to him, and he said you guys were sat next to each other at your last fight, and kind of you both knew this is something that was gonna happen. Is that how you saw it as well?
Yeah, it was brewing in the pipeline for some time, and then they purposely put us next to each other, I think. But there's nothing, no issues between me and Jack. You know what I mean? There's quite obvious there's that respect there between both of us. On the night, obviously, that all goes out the window, and then we shake hands again. So it's just business at the end of the day. That's all I say. I don't need to flip a table or call in this and that. Do you know what I mean? It's irrelevant.
What's your view on Jack as a fighter?
Yeah, he's a tough man, isn't he? Seen that in his previous fights. A lot of respect there for him as a fighter, but I truly believe I'll be bringing the titles back home on the night.
And this is all obviously at this kind of new weight for you. You've only recently kind of fought at this a couple of times. How do you feel at this, and do you feel the benefits from fighting at this new weight?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anyone that knows me like knows like lightweight was just probably two fights, three fights too many. But obviously the occasions kept getting chucked forward to me that I couldn't turn down, so I was having to do what I could do to carry on doing what I was doing, you know. But yeah, in terms of performance in the gym at this next weight is definitely better for me. I've learned as well as every fight goes on, like the making the weight and the diet and holding the weight a bit longer to feel a bit better in the gym. It seems to be working for me in all departments, so it's good.
This fight is quite different to some of your most recent fights. You fought at Wembley Stadium, Saudi Arabia. You're going up to Altrincham into what will be Jack Rafferty's kind of backyard with all of his home fans there. How do you feel about stepping into what will, surely be a hostile atmosphere?
Like I said the other day, I really don't care. I knew exactly what I was signing myself up for. I'm pretty sure I can handle a few people going booing or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I get punched in the head for a living, so I'm sure I can handle the boo and whatever. Yeah, but that means nothing. We're the two that are in there, and that's it. At the end of the day, everything else is irrelevant.
I think a lot of people, when this fight got announced, and the stage and what the atmosphere will be like, kind of see it as this will be a bit of a barn burner. Do you think that that atmosphere will add to it, and your two styles will kind of make it that?
Yeah, definitely. Styles make fights, and I believe we're both explosive fighters, so expect a war.
What do you see this fight as in terms of what it can propel you to in terms of your career?
It will definitely take me back to the next level and put me in a good position, ranking wise. Um, but obviously, we know we've got a big job to do before we start thinking about what's next. My main focus is the 23rd of August and winning the titles, bringing them back home.
Down here on the south coast, we've seen a lot of success in British title fights. Ryan Garner recently picked up the British title. Lewis Edmondson at light heavyweights got the British title. How much would you like to, be the latest, South Coast representee to pick up that prestigious boxing title?
Yeah, it would be good. I think the last British champion from this area was Tony Oki, wasn't it? God knows how many years ago. So it'd be an achievement to do that again. And yeah, I mean it's the most prestigious belt, isn't it, to everyone? It's not really. I mean, I'll just get in there and fight anyone for any title. Do you know what I mean? It's never been like one that's fully on my radar, but the fight got offered to me, so I'm going to take it.
In this division, super lightweight, some of the big world champions, you look at Teofimo Lopez, Richardson Hitchens, Devin Haney's. How much would you love to kind of mix it with those guys if you're able to get through this?
Ah, I'd love to. They're big names, aren't they? But I've got to get there first. Like I say, I've got a job to do, and we'll look at what's next after that. I mean, there's loads of routes in there you can go down with the boxing, so it's just whatever's makes sense for me and what Frank wants me to do, I guess.
Do you believe a win would get you back on the path to those, big shows, big occasions, and big names?
Yeah, definitely. It's no secret that I was obviously part of the big events back to back, and when I see Turk in January at the Ring Awards, he just said, "Look, I want you back on the big shows," and guess I got to earn that. So this is my spot to do so.
How's the past year kind of been for you, Mark? I know you said it's been frustrating in terms of, cuts and delays and being able to get back since that, Josh Padley fight at Wembley. I'm sure you want to move on from that, but how's it been for you, mentally? Has it been tough to kind of navigate the last year?
No, I mean, obviously, no one wants to lose, do they? It's boxing. It's a cruel sport, I guess. I mean, 1 minute you're on all-time high, and then you have a little loss, and it's a little knock down the ladder. But no, mentally, it hasn't affected me. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I had a few things going on in my personal life, but that's down to me and my own battles, no one else. But I'm physically and mentally with the people I've got around me now, with cutting off a few irrelevant people, has done me a world of good, and I've never been in a better place, you know?
Would you like to fight Josh again, rematch him sometime down the
Yeah.
line?
Yeah, funny enough, when Eddie signed him after I think it was the Shakur fight, wasn't it?
Mm.
I replied to his story saying, like, brilliant, let's get this on the next 5v5 now. I've got a wrong to put right, sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, I'd like that fight straight away because everyone knows me knows that was only a fraction of me on that night, and I know what I can do. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't do it on that night. I know that, but I know what I got to do.
Where do you feel like your game is right now in terms of how you've been in training and how well you're boxing at the moment?
Yeah, really good. Going through stuff in the gym. Obviously, we've got a game plan against Jack Rafferty, and we got to execute that on the night. And we've been drilling it over and over for the last 8 to 10 weeks in the gym, and it's all been put together in sparring. Had a great spar again today, and wrapped up camp with 12 rounds today in a boiling hot gym. It's like a greenhouse. So if I can do 12 rounds in a greenhouse, I'm pretty sure I can do 12 rounds in an ice rink.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously up at Planet Ice, I know that some people that went to the last boxing event that was held there, and apparently they keep the ice rink going whilst even when these
Well,
events are
got to,
happening.
isn't
So
it?
yeah,
Can't have
so
it melt.
yeah, no, of course, yeah. Um, um, you know, with this fight, how do you feel this goes in terms of Jack Rafferty's not been beaten before? Why do you think you've got the ability and the right tools to beat Jack Rafferty?
Anyone can be beat and anyone can be hurt at any time of the fight, I guess. I just truly believe I've got the bit of reach on him, and I just think I'd just be too fast for him. I wouldn't say I'm going to be too strong for him because you can't rely on power. We know he's a strong man. The strength only gets you a certain level, and your boxing brain and skills and speed takes you to the next. So I don't care how I win or how ugly it is. I got to win.
Hmm.
So that's it. I'm prepared to go to deep trenches because that's what I train for.
And just finally, what can you promise fans on the night, and how do you think this will go?
Just an explosive fight. Styles make fights, don't they? We know he's an all-out forward explosive fighter, and we know what I can do as well. So just expect a war, really.
Mm, nice. Well, Mark, thanks for your time, and look, best of luck.
No worries. I just want to chuck in there as well. Just a massive thank you to my sponsors that stuck by me and helping me out financially, making me being able to do what I love full time. So yeah, to each and every one of them, they know who they are as well. There's a few to reel off. So yeah, really appreciate the support from them.